Hello world, welcome to our YouTube channel, and today we are going to talk about application programming interface, that is API. As you all know, API is very important topic and it is oftenly misplaced or misused and people don't have the proper understanding of this. So in this video we are going to make sure that you will get a proper understanding of what is API, where it is used, and what are all the programming languages that people write APIs. So let's begin with our API section, application programming interface. What API basically does is it just provides an interface between user that is sitting on our user like us and the server that is running on the cloud. It can be anywhere. On Google APIs, there are like tons of APIs, and what is the basic function of the API is to just connect that server and connect our system to transfer some kind of special data, like some kind of special software that you want to use from Google. You are not going to go to Google, or you are not going to buy the Google. If some product is made by Google and you want to use it, you just use it by using APIs. Another example maybe, if to be put in simple words, API is like, if you are familiar with programming, you write functions, print hello world. And what does this print function do? This print function, you can take it as an API, because the print function calls the parameter that we pass it in, and it just simply executes it. As the same way, there are like tons of APIs available in our internet. Like if you want to create a smartphone app for which you want to, basically if you are trying to create a wallpaper app, so what you are going to need, you want lots of images, but where are you going to get these images? You can just capture all these images if you can, of course, but for a beginner level programmers it is not going to be easy. So for that, what we do is, you can just simply understand, if you know, there are websites like Unsplash, or there are many free websites that provides you stock images for free, and what those websites also provide is application programming interface, that is API. And by using that API, what you can do is you can just call their website images onto your app. Means you can use one service of any platform to another service of any other platform, and API just acts as a link between these two platforms, and it is nothing else. APIs are generally always run at the back end. They are specifically programmed to run at the back end and to serve the front end system. The front end system may be of their own services, like Google would have lots and lots of APIs, but there are only few public APIs available to the users that we can use, like YouTube or any other things. But for Google, every APIs it can use on the public, on its whole website. If you have any idea of backend, you will automatically know about the APIs. In backend, the main purpose is to write APIs, because API, let's see how APIs are written. So these are some of the most common programming languages that we use to write an API, like Node.js, Django, Express, Flask, and there is Ruby on Rails, and there are many of the programming languages. And if you like Java, you can use Java Spring. If you like JavaScript, you can go with Node.js. If you want to go with Python, you can go with either Django or Flask. Or if you want to build something like complicated, or if you want to be over smart, you can go with .NET, C#. So what we basically write in the backend, just for convenience sake, I am going to take example of simple function. You write a program to just calculate the factorial of a number that is on the backend side, and whole code is written here. And you just give a small link, like pass me the parameter here, like my API, and you just enter the variable name. I will find that factorial of that number and return it to you. And this small token, not this entire code, this just a small token is passed to your front-end service, and the front-end service just call it like my API, and it write 5, and it will just calculate the 5 factorial on our server. not on their system. It is not taking their system load, and it is just running on our system, and we are serving the other users to inbuild them in their own system of whatever they are trying to make. Like if they are trying to make Android app, they can use it. If they are trying to make a web app, they can use it. Like API is platform independent. It can be used anywhere on Android, web, like this. And if you are willing to learn or move toward the backend app development, well, any of those is not fully complete without the backend. So for learning backend, you must need to learn about this any of this technology. And I personally use Flask because it is just a lightweighted framework, easy to learn, and it will just take like 15 to 20 days to get used to it. But all other platforms are based on other programming languages. You can also choose any programming language that you like, and you can learn their framework, and you can learn to create the APIs. Well, there are two types of API. One is REST API and one is SOAP. Well, REST API is just commonly used like every here and there, so you must be learning that. So this was all of this video. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe to our channel, and so that you never miss any future updates. Thanks for watching.